Hello, my dear students. Have a great day to all of you. Myself, Mrs. Kavita Kanade from LVH College, Panchwati, Nasik. This is our SP's lecture. Today we will start second chapter, that is joint stock company. In joint stock company, in this lesson we have to learn about the different forms of business organization, such as sole trading concern, then joint Hindu family business, partnership firm, limited liability partnership, cooperative society, and joint stock company. But in this year, all this evolution of business organization, that means 2.1, is not for exam. That means this topic is skipped from the syllabus of SP subject. That's why in this lecture we will learn about only the meaning, definition and features of joint stock company, which is for your exam. Joint stock company, that means on account of industrial revolution there are different forms are established, such as sole trading concern, that is one man show. That means only one owner is there and he manage all the business. He is single owner of the business and he is totally responsible for profit and loss made in the business. That means sole trading concern is a one man show. Then joint Hindu family business. Joint Hindu family business, this is the oldest form of business organization which is exist only in India. This joint Hindu family business consists three generations, and this business is carry forward to the next generation. That is called as a joint Hindu family business. I will give you the short information about all these forms of business organization, because this is totally skipped from your syllabus in this year. That's why, but you should know about it. That's why I will give you short information about all these forms. Then third is partnership firm. Partnership firm, that means sole trading concern, that is one man show. That means business started from the one person, then two person, then three, and more people come together and start the business. In partnership firm, there are two and more people come together and start a business to earn the profit. That is called as a partnership firm. Then limited liability partnership, it is also the type of partnership firm. Then cooperative society. Cooperative society's main aim is to provide the service to its members. That means generally the main objective of every business organization is to earn maximum profit. But in this cooperative society business, there is a first aim is to provide the service to the owners or to the members of the cooperative societies. There are different types of cooperative societies, such as cooperative banks, cooperative housing societies, then cooperative stores. These are some examples of cooperative society. Then last is joint stock company. This is the biggest form of business organization. That means it is started from the single person and it comes on a bulk or in a large scale organization. And in this year you have to learn the detail of joint stock company, because this is for your exam. Now we will learn what is the meaning of joint stock company. Joint stock company Joint stock company means a group of individuals who are associated for a lawful common purpose, or a goal. That means the people come together and start a lawful business. On account of industrial revolution, there are need of additional capital, more resources, more manager skills. However, existing form of business organization were not capable. This results in creation of joint stock company. Joint stock company is a more form of business organization capable of satisfying requirement of modern industry. It is a suitable and most convenient form of business organization for handling large scale business activities. This form of business organization started in India in the 18th century. This is the history of joint stock company. Now we will learn about the meaning of joint stock company. A company means a group of individuals who are associated for a lawful common purpose or goal. This goal may be economic or non economic, such as business, charity, research, sports, arts, etc. Capital is invested by a large number of persons. In simple words, company is a voluntary association of persons for carrying some business and sharing profit therefrom. This is the main feature of joint stock company, that is it is a voluntary association. That means anybody from the society can become a member of the member of the joint stock company. How? By purchasing the shares of that company. A joint stock company is a formed by a number of people contributing a fixed amount of capital. The total capital of the company is called as a share capital. This entire share capital is divided into smaller units, that is called shares. The person who purchased these shares of the company is called as a shareholder and are part owners of the company. That means shareholders are the owners of the company because they invest their money by purchasing the shares of the company. The shareholders appoint the representative to manage the company on their behalf. That is called as the board of directors. That means the separation of ownership and management are separated. The portion of the profit of the company which distributed among the shareholders is known as dividend. That means shareholders get the dividend for the investment made in the company in the form of shares. Now we will learn about the definition of joint stock company. According to the section 220 of the Companies Act 2013, company means a company incorporate under this act or under any previous company law. Thus, every organization which is registered under this Act or any previous Company Act would get the status of a company. This is the simple definition of the joint stock company. Now we will learn the features of the joint stock company. Which are the features of joint stock company? First is voluntary association. That means the joint stock company is a voluntary association. Anybody of the society, any member of the society can be take the participation in the joint stock company by purchasing the shares of the company. There is that means a person at his own wish can become a member or leave membership of the company, and the membership of the company is open to all. That is called as a voluntary association. Then second is incorporated association. Incorporated, that means registered. A joint stock company is an association of persons formed and registered under the Companies Act 2013. That means it can come into existence only after its registration. Registration or incorporation is compulsory. Underline this word, that is compulsory. That means registration of the company is compulsory. No any not company cannot be exist without any registration. Then third is separate legal entity. A joint stock company is a legal entity. That means it enjoys separate legal status. Its existence is different from its members and directors. The members and the owners are liable in limited way for the act of their company. That means the joint stock company enjoys the separate legal status. Then fourth, it is an artificial person. A joint stock company is an artificial person created by law. It has no physical existence and is created by a legal process. It has its own independent personality and act through board of directors. It enjoys certain legal rights a company can be purchase or sell the assets. It can be appoint person as a employee, etc. However, like a natural person, it cannot act on its own. Hence, it is called as an artificial person. Then fifth, perpetual succession. That means the existence of joint stock company has a perpetual succession, that is a continuous existence. In simple words, it has a long and stable life. It does it does not have a fixed lifespan like a human, since it is an artificial legal person. Its existence is not affected by death or insolvency or retirement of any of its members. It can be wound up only by following legal procedure. That means it has a continuous existence. Then sixth is common seal. A company is an artificial legal person and therefore it cannot have a signature like a human. Therefore, a company get a right to have a common seal which can be used as a substitute for the signature. The name of the company is engraved on a common seal. This common seal has to be affixed on all important documents of the company and it can be signed by the directors and secretary. That means it is also the important feature of joint stock company. Then seventh is limited liability. The liability of the shareholders of the company is limited to the extent of the unpaid amount of face value of shares held by them. That means in case can the personal property of the shareholder be used to pay off the liabilities of the company. Shareholder is not concerned with the debts and liabilities of the company. Then 8 is separation of ownership and management. In company, the ownership and management is separate. The shareholders are the owners of the company, but however, it is not practical for shareholders to manage the company on account of the certain reasons, such as shareholders are large in numbers, they are scattered all over the India or outside the India. They keep changing because shares are transferable. Therefore, they appoint their representative, that is called as a board of directors, who manage the company on their behalf. All policy decisions are taken by the board of directors. That's why there is a separation of ownership and management. Then ninth is transferability of shares. The shares of public company are easily and freely transferable. Public company. The shares, underline this word, the shares of public company are easily and freely transferable. The shareholder does not have to take the permission of other shareholder or the company before transferring the share. He can sell shares as and when he desires. Membership comes to an end when they sold their shares. However, shares of the private company are not freely transferable. Underline this word. That means the shares of the public company are freely transferable and the shares of private company are not freely transferable. Then 10th is number of members. In joint stock company, usually there are large number of persons. Membership of the company is, that means the private limit. If there the company is the private limited company, then there is minimum 2 members are required and maximum 200 members are required, or there is a limit of 200. For private company, minimum 2, maximum 200. For public company, minimum 7, and maximum no limit, that means unlimited for public company. uh, uh, you should remember for these numbers, because always there is a question on this for the filling the blanks, that is the number of members. Private company minimum 2, maximum 200. Public company minimum 7, maximum unlimited. Then capital. The capital of a joint stock company is huge. This is the mainly because there is no maximum limit on number of shareholders. Due to the stability of the business, even banks and financial institutions do not hesitate to provide loans. That means the joint stock company can get easily loan facility from the financial institution. It can also raise funds in the form of debentures, then bonds, then public deposits, etc. Then 12, government control. A joint stock company has to work under strict government control and supervision. Registration is compulsory for all companies. A registered company must follow all the rules and regulations given by the company's law. That's why this is also this is it, that means if a company does not fulfill the statutory obligations, it penalize. This control is essential to protect the financial interest of small investors. All this is the these all these are the features of joint stock company. I hope all are you understand it in a better way. Thank you for listening me carefully.